More people in Singapore are applying for bankruptcy protection. The number of applications up to November has already exceeded last year's total. 3,380 people applied for bankruptcy protection so far this year. Well, that's more than the past two pandemic-stricken years. However, the growing trend is still below 2019's level. Once bankruptcy protection is granted, any legal action against the bankrupt may not proceed. Debts are also frozen and cannot accumulate. But monthly repayments must still be made. One analyst says the growing number of bankrupts is a confluence of many factors.
We have come out of the pandemic, so there's a cumulative effect of the slowdown, and many of the support measures have been ending. So at the same time, what the bigger problem is actually on the global front, where there's some indications of slowdown, including even inflation that leads to interest rate rises. So all this collectively adds to the challenges.
Small and medium-sized business owners form the bulk of bankruptcy applications. But that's according to one law firm which handles about 50 cases at any one time.
I think certain businesses like F&B were severely impacted. And there was a moratorium that was in place, so no bankruptcy applications could be taken out. I think some businesses tried to refinance their loans, or they would have attempted to stave off bankruptcy during that period, but then they had already had a business model that was unsustainable. So then what happened was, after the moratorium was lifted, there was an increase in bankruptcy applications.
Data from the Law Ministry also show that people are having a more difficult time paying off existing debt. Currently, fewer than 1,000 people were discharged from bankruptcy, meaning that the debt was fully paid or creditors have accepted a settlement offer.
Whether the bankrupt is gainfully employed, his personal financial circumstances would be relevant. I think what is also equally relevant is the size of debt that we are talking about at the time in which the bankrupt was, when that individual was made a bankrupt. So of course, if the debts are larger, it takes a longer time before a bankruptcy discharge order is given.